Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sherry Potter. This is going to be a collective reading, but I have a feeling it's for somebody very specific. So I did, while I was shuffling the decks, I was just kind of asking, if there was anyone who had anything that any messages they wanted to bring forward. Um, Instantly had a sister card fly out. And if you've watched my videos before, many of you know I lost my sister Tiffany in 2015, and we often communicate. So, however, I've been getting a lot of these messages from her, yes, and we still communicate telepathically often, but I feel like this might be for someone else, as well as some of the cards I put aside from this morning, a reading I was doing, but I like to kind of try to do them as I go, shuffle as I go, so you guys see the cards coming. But the ones that fly out while I'm shuffling, or if I happen to see them, I will go ahead and grab them out. So I did that. A lot of repeating things keep coming up in my reality and others that I know. If anyone's going through some shit right now, especially falling back into maybe old patterns, or you had found yourself and now you are picking yourself back up, quite literally, like maybe you went through a period of stagnation or just feeling very drained or just had no interest in anything, um, that sort of thing. And then we find ourselves, I'm 34 years old and I just learned the power of the word no. And that's very upsetting, but also very relieving, very empowering, all the things. So, you know, that's the whole point. So, anyway, I felt like I needed to say that. Let's get into this because if this is someone's sister or a sisterly, energy, they do have a very clear message to give. I'll go over these after I go ahead and I want to draw some cards and then stick them to the side, and then we'll see. This is all about burning down, the old you, and forgetting, like, okay, I have these lyrics in one of my songs says, burning down the old you, forgetting what was destitute, find your rhythm, follow the clues. And I feel like that's something that just keeps playing over in my head. Oh God, that's way too many. But I feel like that one flew out. I feel like it's definitely, there's a reason it keeps playing in my head. So we're going to go with that one. Most important of these ones, please. Most important part. Okay, stick with that. A couple more on this tarot deck. Oh, that's quite a lot. I'm going to take it. There's a reason it came. And we'll get some oracles. Some of these I pre-shuffled very well, others just slightly. So, okay. Messages from I've been feeling drawn to this deck a lot lately. The Starseed Oracle, I believe this is. Get a few of each one though. One of each one. Clear messages. Whoever finds this video. Keep going, keep going. All right. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, look what's on the bottom. Phoenix, be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis. So, again, with burning down these old habits, ways of thinking, behaviors, whatever it might be, um, I feel like a lot of that is coming up right now for a lot of us. Um, and this energy, or maybe a spirit guide, I always say, like, if you found this video, first of all, it's most likely for you. Um, I am a very new channel, so Spirit wanted you to hear this message somehow, some way. So, um, but I definitely feel like if that's not the case, this is like it could be someone from a past life, or this could be, again, like I said, my sister coming forth to help deliver messages because she often does that. So, um, I gave a reading the other day at the bar that I play open mics at, and she came through then too, so it's really cool. Anyway, so again, burning down the old you. We had Nathaniel here, okay, and this is Angel of Fire. I feel like my lens is, sorry, this is the second time I've done this. All right, no shame. Okay, Nathaniel, Fire. So I feel like there's something that you're getting all these signs, okay, and it's not just signs you're getting, you feel it. I don't know if it's a behavior, if it's patterns, if it's um, limited beliefs or whatever, but we're holding on to it. It's not good for you, and I think us, it's not good for us, because I'm going through a lot of the same things. um, it's not good for us. It's something we need to leave behind, okay. This was what this passed on loved one or spirit guide is saying is maybe it's time to let the old ways die, okay. And I love this. I'm so connected to trees. I just, and maybe you're being told right now to get out, maybe connect with a tree. I ask the trees their names. You know when I've been in certain places, I really connect to certain trees, and um, for a while, and there's so much healing, and you can do the same for them. It's okay. Signs. I'm showing you signs. Look for them. So I don't know about for you, but for me, I can only speak from experience. Um, when I am falling back into old patterns or routines, behaviors, limited beliefs, maybe some imposter syndrome, maybe whatever it might be, um, I really start to see signs. But that's the only time in my life that I see signs and I ignore them. When I'm doing what I feel like is in line with my integrity and in my vibration, and I'm sticking with where I'm going, um and I feel like I don't ever feel like I'm not on the right path. I feel like I'm always on the right path. However, there are diversions every once in a while. But I feel like with each one of those, every time I do fall back into something or I make a mistake, if you want to call it a mistake, I'm so particular and weird about words. Um, I feel like every time afterwards, there's always a level up. Okay. You learn the experience and then you level up. But there's always, not always, but often there's parts and pieces and people and places that we have to leave behind. And energetically, when those familiar things start coming up and we see those red flags or we are receiving those signs, excuse me one second, those signs that we want to ignore, um, it's like they will be flashing, you know. Um, I always like, sorry, I'm weird with lyrics and I always do it, but another one that my guides keep kicking me in the ass. I write it off as a muscle spasm. They send out flashing signs telling me what to leave behind. It's so weird. Two of my songs are like coming to my head right now with this whole reading. And my sister writes songs with me, so this very well could be her. But I have a feeling the message, regardless, is for all of us, whoever finds this. But I do have a feeling that there's someone else watching that has lost a sibling or a best friend, a sister type of energy, or it could have been like a really young mother. So again, with the signs, the burning down of the old you, okay, define your true self. This is going to take a lot of radical change, okay? We have Uranus here. A lot of radical change, and it's like sometimes when we refuse to make those changes, the universe will make them for us. So things will come up. They will, it may, whether it's anything that's hidden is going to come forward. And we're in eclipse season, all these things, where you're just coming out of Mercury retrograde. So now everything's going to be moving fast, and now there's all this radical change, and now there's all these lights and these aha moments coming on, and there's choices that have to be made. It's time to release negativity, okay? And it's not just negativity, I feel like, from other people, but from ourselves, from our subconscious, like really rewiring our belief system, or any removing any energy that isn't ours, but we have the Lovers here, and I do feel like for some of us, this is love. This is going to be a divine counterpart coming in, a soulmate, whatever you want to call it, whatever you identify with. But I feel like for some of us, it's going to mostly be love for self, you know, and making these choices, and maybe just finally making a choice. Maybe you've had one leg, on one side of the fence and on the other, and you're just like suffocating the present, you know what I mean? Like doing the splits. And so that could be something to really consider and think about. I feel like sometimes that's one of the I don't want to say hard, most challenging things, about like when you're going through any kind of upgrade or up leveling or these transitions, and we're breaking cycles. I just noticed the infinity sign there, in the fours, and that's all about stability and stuff. And um, I feel like sometimes we can also get bored when we do start to gain some stability. Um, and we might want to, I feel like there's some self-sabotage, maybe. Okay. And that could be another one of these letting go of old ways. All right. So if there's any imposter syndrome, self-sabotage types of behaviors or thoughts or anything coming up right now, yes, acknowledge them. All right. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be so hard on yourself, but just make those choices. Okay. It's like necessary. I feel like it's necessary that we make this choice and release whatever is no longer working. I don't like the no longer serves you thing, but I would say like whatever no longer serves my highest good, or my, like, my vibration where it's at right now. Okay. That sort of thing. But yeah, I really feel like there's like this leveling up that's happening, but it's going to take this burning away. We can ask Nathaniel, Archangel Nathaniel here, and the spirit guide, or, a sister energy that's coming in, really wants you to make a choice. So let's look at the cards and see what we got. I'm going to look at the oracle cards first. So we got Mountain. Know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. So, yeah. I feel like there's been a lot of maybe like conflicting feelings, okay, that have happened. And again, with we fall back into old patterns, or if there is kind of any kind of self-sabotage, um, there is something that you are being protected from, okay, but also they just want you to know that they're there while you're going through this, and they're feeling every bit of it with you, and you can talk to them, and you can ask for their assistance and their guidance and their comfort, whatever it might be. Mountains are there for a reason, you know, and they're beautiful, right? They're beautiful once we get, you know, to the other side, or like it's like when we're down at the bottom or when we're at the top, it's beautiful. It's not beautiful halfway up it when we're fucking miserable and we can't breathe, you know, like um when you're aching and you know, that sort of thing. So, but I say accept this change. Empowerment, 18, empowerment, expansion, together, prosper, divine. And 18 would be a 9 in numerology, you know, and that's a very spiritual number. And again, with like, I feel like we're moving out of those cycles, or it's time to. It's like now we are moving full speed ahead towards our highest good. And I feel like there's been a lot of confusion in the past. There's been a lot of confusion in the past. There might have been different like soulmates coming in, or maybe earth angels types of situations. It doesn't have to be romantically, anything that maybe confused you, okay? Confused your discernment or something like that, okay? But I feel like you know deep down, okay? And you know in your soul and your body tells you when you are with this person, okay? Or this situation, if you're at this place, whatever it is, your body tells you. Or when you have this thought, or what feels good and what doesn't. And not just what feels good in the moment, but what's going to feel good later after, okay? Are you going to feel good about this, you know, in a day, or 5 days, or 5 years, or whatever, you know? Okay. Archangel Raguel, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, justice, harmony, solutions. So this is being weighed out, okay? And I just feel like as long as we continue to keep being empowered, all right, um, to really connect with the divine from within, and, you know, as above, so below, all of that, um, we're really we're gonna be very protected, okay? And justice is happening, all right? There's going to be, everything's gonna work out in your favor. And maybe that's something that you need to tell yourself every day. That could be a new affirmation. Everything is working out in my favor. Everything is working out in my favor. Um, there are solutions. There are solutions. There's always a solution. And I feel like this is going to bring a lot of justice and harmony. It just takes us making these decisions. Make this decision, walk away from whatever it is, burn shit, like whatever. Don't literally burn shit, but if you need to write a letter, you know, you know, and release those old patterns, those old parts of yourself, that old identity, completely start over, then do it, whatever it takes. um, I feel like also, I just heard this, that with the tree, going back to the tree, um, there might be some of you that are feeling like, if there's any kind of like empty nest syndrome, that sort of thing, or you're just feeling particularly alone or lost, or maybe like you don't have someone to talk to. Maybe the person that you used to be able to talk to is no longer here anymore, and you want, you know what I'm saying? Um, I think it would be good to, and what I'm hearing is to maybe plant a tree, or to go find a tree and to talk to it. But not just to tell, you know, because plants pick up everything energetically as well. And, you know, they've done different studies and stuff where they've grown different things and talked to them differently. And the ones that were talked to, you know, poorly, or just taken from, or you know, whatever it might be, you know, they didn't thrive or didn't survive or whatever, to where the others did. So I feel like there needs to be maybe a connection, or maybe it's just getting your hands in some soil. um, but I feel like maybe growing something is going to, take that how it resonates, is going to really empower you in this moment. It's going to really empower you, and it's going to make you have something to look forward to and to grow with, something to grow with. Um, and you can listen. You can really listen to them, and not only like there are some things we can't tell certain people, right? So I feel like you need to get it out somehow. So even if you write it down and burn it, even if you talk to, your animals, even if you talk to a plant, I feel like you need to talk to someone or something. And if it feels strange to you to just say it out loud, looking out, looking around universe to your spirit guides, if you're not that comfortable yet, then maybe a physical object that is connected to the earth in the spirit realm will help. That's what I was trying to say. I'm so sorry. It took forever to get out. All right, confusion. Confusion. Oh my God, that's so weird. Okay, confusion. Many choices, uncertainty. Oh my gosh. And some things we're supposed to be uncertain about, right? Um, but I feel like this came up in the tarot cards that I pulled from earlier, and I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to go through all of them, but I feel like one of the things that was coming up was like the confusion that there was a lot of this like devil energy, bondage type of energy that was coming in, or like these old behaviors or things that we were falling back into. Um, and then like there we were getting confusion. And sometimes the confusion comes from like having so many choices, options, that sort of thing. Or just not being connected enough with self or spirit or whatever at that time, maybe not being grounded enough, whichever applies. Um, and it confuses us. I feel like that's part of what has happened. And the many choices isn't to confuse you, it's to help you. It's to help us learn how to use our discernment and our intuition. And I also think that it's so you can see that there's options, all right? Um, but I feel like more than anything, it's so that you learn to really use your intuition. And most of the time, when we go back to certain things, we had a feeling about it, right? Like we often had a feeling about it before it happened, and I always trust my feelings now, but when I was younger, that wasn't always the case. Same with things my mom would tell me when she would say, I have a bad feeling, I don't want you to go anywhere today. And I would go somewhere. Something bad always happened when she did. Now, I am not like my mom in every way, and I try not to just focus on the bad things, and I try to project, good things happening. But you can't ignore when you have that feeling or you see those red flags. Um, there's a reason why it's happening. And I think it's just time that we trust ourselves. That's funny. Inner Earth, you'll survive this. New solutions are new solutions and beginnings. Wow. And the reading earlier was just all about taking new beginnings, letting go of this old energy, um, realizing that the things that are going on right now within and surrounding us were not to confuse us, and it's not punishment. Um, you know, I just keep thinking of lyrics. I'm so sorry. This is so dorky. I'm such a nerd. Um, it's like, what was it? Um, you weren't pulling out the rug. It's a magic carpet. Like I had it wrong, right? About many of things. And I thought for the longest time I was being punished by, you know what I mean? Not that I don't believe in that anymore, but when you're raised in environments where everything is very, like God fearing, that sort of thing, um, everything is out of fear and not love, that tends to come up. It's not, they're not pulling out the rug. It's a magic carpet. This is to give you everything you need. Um, you will survive this, but not just survive this. I feel like you will thrive through this. Okay. We will thrive through this. I try to say we because we're all connected. This is, we're in this together, like everything. It's cliche. And, I don't like things that are like too common or whatever. But you know how much I've realized that that's held me back from certain things too, because I was always, it's like you become, I forgot to light a candle. I'm going to do it right now. That's kind of strange. All the fire stuff happening. Um, but I feel like, oh, it's not lighting. That's kind of weird. There it goes. Sorry, I'm so ADD. Um, anyway, again, like, you will survive this. You will thrive this. And there are solutions. Again, with solutions, where was the solutions? Solutions. In both of these cards, it says solutions. But it just takes releasing, okay? And whatever you're releasing, and whatever mountain you're climbing, and whatever choice you're making, it's going to be radical and it's going to be a big change. But you have this, you can do this, and you have all the support, all the protection, everything that you need. You have everything you need to do this. You can do it. And just believing in ourselves is so important. Loving yourself is so important. Like just hugging yourself, putting your hands on your heart, and, you know, reclaiming your body, your life, you know, your mind, whatever it is, your soul, you know, calling back to you what's yours, releasing what isn't. Okay, let's look at our I almost said fortune cookies. They're fortune cookie wrappers over here. Our tarot cards. All right, so yeah, again, Eight of Swords. These cycles, which I feel like a lot of this is mental, or these are thoughts or ways of thinking, or maybe lack of thinking, or feeling stuck, or just repeating cycles, feeling trapped, or any of that. Like these cycles, they're ending, they're done, but it just happens, it just goes with this choice. And again, if anyone fell back a little, if anything happened like that, where you just feel like you might have let someone down or you let yourself down or whatever, just learn from the experience and grow from it. Don't beat yourself up, because you're human. You're having a human experience, your soul having a human experience. And we're gonna do human things sometimes. It's just how it is, you know. But this new beginning, look at this. And this could be like an idea. This could be something that's very inspiring that you want to do, something you want to create. Um, or this could just be everything. This could just be your whole life. There might be a lot of, again, spiritual awakenings that have been happening. I really do feel like, especially since that candle did not, that is weird. Earlier when I was lighting my Palo Santo, it went out. Like I barely put it on there and it went out. And I was like, that's kind of funny, because the fire thing, you know, that's happening. And yeah, so there's something that maybe we need to blow out, that there's like maybe an old flame that needs to go. Maybe it's I don't know. There's something that just we need to release. I feel like, to burn brighter. It's almost like we need to burn the junk to burn brighter, you know, to shine brighter, burn the junk to shine brighter, like whatever that might be for you. We've got the Princess of Cups, so the Page of Cups. We're learning so much right now about our emotions. We're learning so much. And this is like a really, I always feel like a very young, loving energy too. So maybe it's important right now. There's been a lot of inner child stuff come up in readings recently to really connect to your inner child. It was just Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to any moms, you know, of moms of any kind, you know, because we're all mothers in a sense, right? We're all sisters in a sense. We're all brothers in a sense. We are all one, you know. And but this Princess of Cups, like I really do feel like this is like a young energy, okay? Either a young energy, very, in this card, more feminine, but we know with pages that it doesn't matter, you know, it's either or, take it how it resonates, and energy is energy. We all have both. masculine and feminine in us, but I feel like, again, I wonder if this was someone's sister or a sisterly figure. They might have either been younger than you or they felt younger than you. So their soul felt younger than you, or they behaved younger than you, or you were kind of always taking care of them. And now they're on the other side and they want to take care of you. But you have to let them. And you have to follow through when you are given the signs. You know, follow through and take that movement. All right, listen to the signs and move towards that direction of wherever you're being called. But it's just, and I feel like not only that, maybe there needs to be, we need to put love into every situation, and especially young love, or that feeling. Okay, we got Six of Pentacles here. So there's some generosity, a balance of give and take. Again, like I just said, if this was someone that you kind of looked after, now they're looking after you, okay? And this could just have to do with like generosity from the universe. I feel like you're in, yeah, because we have Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, all right? These cycles are ending. We don't want to like, you don't want to just make, you know, positive changes in your life, you know, because you want to get something out of it. You want to get something good, you know. It's like, oh, if I'm good, maybe I'll become, you know, this, that, or I'll have this, that. Like, that's not the reason ultimately, but we still deserve all of the good, all of our good. We deserve all of those things. And I feel like there's more generosity that we can give others, when we do allow prosperity of all kinds in our life. And when we do connect, you know, with that young love feeling, or connecting to love in general, love instead of fear. And that's going to be so empowering, you know, that's, it's so empowering. Again, with karma balancing out, like I just feel like so much is coming to an end. So many cycles think, oh my God, wow. Yeah. Shit, we're moving away from Six of Swords. You don't have to live like this anymore. We don't have to live like this anymore. We are not our past. We are not our past anything. Our choices, if you want to call them mistakes, whatever, that energy is not the same now. We have changed it, right? We've transmuted it. We have up leveled. We've cut shit out. We've moved away, or we are moving away even more, and realizing what's really important in our lives. And maybe there's been something that has been like, where you were like kind of close to losing, or close to forgetting, or just, yeah. But there's this justice that's happening, okay? And this harmony that's happening, and this balance that's happening. We just have to listen. We just have to listen, because these cycles are no more. Like Eight of Swords again. Take off the blindfold. I promise you are not you're not powerless. We have empowerment here. We have empowerment here. It just takes, again, burning away the old you. We've got Knight of Cups and Queen of Cups. So, again, with the divine counterpart, or this is you. And look how chill they are. They're so chill. They're relaxing, you know. Or I said King of Cups. This is Knight of Cups. I don't know why I said King of Cups, but I mean, either way, there's a lot of love in this reading, okay? And that, again, that could be a relationship, or that could be yourself, all right? But I really feel like this guide, or passed down loved one, whoever it is, or maybe it's messages from my sister, What they are saying is that it's time for us to cut out any bullshit that no longer is for our highest good. It doesn't serve a purpose anymore. We have learned the lessons, and it's time to release it with love. It's time to live in love and empowerment, and be passionate, and have everything that we've ever wanted, and take those new beginnings. But it does take a lot of radical change. It takes a lot of fire. It takes a lot of passion. It takes a lot of energy. So just take care of your bodies, your souls, your heart, everything at this time, and allow Mother Earth, it's like we have to do that equal give and take with her too, right? Like, and this is all about the material world, the physical world, with the pentacles. So, that could be something to do with the environment or just connecting more with Mother Gaia. But I do feel like there's something very empowering happening right now. And I feel like a lot of us, it's like we keep waking up, okay? And then we'll kind of start to, I wouldn't say fall back asleep, but maybe drift off a little or nap, or we're kind of like almost there. And then we wake up again. And sometimes it takes horrible things for us to wake up. Or, just, I want to say like risky things, or it's like close calls, those close calls, right? Those things that shake you, or those moments when you finally, look around you and you're like, wow, I just got really emotional. I am so lucky. I am so lucky. I feel like this person really loves you. And they want you to love you. And they might be sending someone into your life, or they already have, who is very much doing the same things for you that they are, only in the physical realm. And they are doing it from the spiritual realm, okay? Trust me when I say you have a team, and you have people who love you and care for you. You have souls who love you and care for you, If you're watching this, I love you and care for you, and I appreciate you, and I pray for everyone. I've had some like really awesome experiences, and like really kind, amazing people, reach out to me, and just my life has just changed so much. And when I look back now, I'm not trying to make this about me, but when I look back at it, first of all, I'm really lucky to be here. I could have been dead many a times, and I was very close, and, I'm awake more than I've ever been. I'm not perfect, but I am not a zombie anymore, and I can connect and feel things, and see things that I didn't see before, hear things I didn't hear before. And I feel like that's happening with whoever's watching this. I feel like it's happening. And maybe quite literally, like maybe you are seeing things that you've never seen before, and you're like, whoa, you're having some activations with your third eye or crown, something like that. Well, I just seen what was on the bottom of this deck. Marriage, you are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. Oh, that's cool. And again, like I feel like if that's not something you're looking for, of course, often when we're not looking for it is when we find it, but if it's something you're not looking for, I feel like it's just about marrying the both counterparts within, right? And not just like the masculine and feminine, but maybe like each aspect, right? In our shadow and whatnot. Phoenix keeps coming up. That just moved. It's really weird because earlier the Lovers card, okay, when I went to turn on the light after I set up the camera, I realized that the Lovers card was over here, and the deck was over here, and I don't know how it got there. I did not see it fly out. Yeah. This couldn't be any more, fiery, passionate, loving, whatever this is or whoever this is, okay? And if they haven't came into your life, I feel like they're gonna. And if it's not them, it's you. If you haven't came into your life, I feel like you're gonna. So, all right, let's see. I really want to get into those other cards, but Mia has been napping for a while, and I'm not sure how much longer she will nap. So maybe I will use them for the next reading and just keep them, or take a picture of them and post it that way through a post. We'll see what Spirit wants me to do. I'm going to just draw a few more tarot cards. Any further guidance that this loved one, Spirit guide, wants to communicate with you. All of this, whoever is watching this. We got the King of Wands too. Okay, so let's look at those. What's on the bottom? 8 of Wands. This is, again, everything's moving very quickly now, or you need to act quickly now on this, okay? Whatever this is. Again, so much passion. So much passion, and I also feel like emotion that is involved in this, and it's something that we need to take steps towards. We need to move. We need to take action, okay? Take action and, use what you have. Be creative. I feel like you have everything you need to do this. Most of us do with everything. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, there was a point in my life where, I couldn't afford, much of anything. And I started using things from the earth to make the things I needed, and I felt better than I ever have buying something like that from the store, whether it was like stuff for my face or my skin, whatever or tea baths, whatever. I would do it that way, make my own shampoo, whatever. So, okay, let's see what else we got here. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so, wow, very cool. Okay, so we go from the 5 of Cups, and in this 5 of Cups, you see that that one on the bottom is pretty broken, and it's holding up these others, and it's almost like it's holding down this ribbon, holding up something and holding down something at the same time. But typically with the 5 of Cups, this is all about looking back and not seeing, what you still have, needing to be more grateful for what you do have, and say thank you for the things that worked, and thank you for the things that didn't work, because there was a reason it didn't work, and it was to save you. And it's great because we go from the 5 of Cups to the 6 of Cups, which again, all about that young energy or past, the past, a past life, a soulmate. I really feel like this is maybe, like I said, a soulmate coming in, a divine counterpart, and our siblings are soulmates too. I say that all the time. My sister was, I feel like she was my other half, but there's something I feel like that's being given to you, or it's going to be given to you, and you just have to receive it, and it's going to feel fulfilling, fun, exciting, emotional, and familiar, okay? Temperance. You just need to balance right now. Clear out the old and welcome the new. You deserve it. Tell yourself every day you deserve it. And remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. I often forget that. There's something with butterflies. My ears are popping. I see chamomile tea here. What else? Mandala. The seahorses stuck out to me right away. We got lions. We've got otters. And this phoenix. And look how, wow, I didn't notice that until now. Look how similar these two pictures are from these different decks. I mean, there's something you're really being guided towards, and it's very empowering, okay? And it's very exciting, and it's very much like divinely guided, okay? And it's happening right on time. And everything that has happened up until this point was for a reason, to get you here. And don't ever for a minute regret any of it. I think my baby just woke up. All right. Well, that was basically it. All we had left was strength, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and Two of Wands. So again, walk through this doorway, burn down the old parts of self, realize your strength, and that you are a queen or a king, whatever you want to be, okay? Thank you so much for all the love I've been receiving, all the support on my socials, on my email. I love doing this, and it helps me get out of myself, and I just want to help. If I can help one person, I'm a firm believer that if you help one person, it causes a chain reaction. If you make an impact on one person, if you can share your story and use, your traumas or anything you've been through, do it. In art, and speaking and writing, whatever it is, however it is for you, and therapy, I just don't give up on yourself, and just know you're amazing. And there's Mia. Have a good day, guys. All my information is below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.